Where's your...
What? No.
Jensen, where's Mickey? Mickey Mouse!
What the hell is going on right now?
What?
Hang on, just give me a sec.
Okay. Jensen! Let's play with Mickey! Go. Got you. I got you.
Where's the door,
I got you.
Where's the Luke?
What?
Right, come here. I'm freaking out. Come here.
What?
Come here. Come here.
With Jensen?
What?
With Jensen?
Okay, just come here, please.
Okay.
What do you think? When you think?
Hang on. What?
When you think the classic line, the classic Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker line, what does he say when he reveals? What's the line?
Luke, I am your father.
Well, no, it's not apparently, because you know childhood is a lie. Listen to this. Where is the Luke? I am your father. Like, what is this? So this is you know about the Mandela Effect. Have you heard about that?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah. Nelson Mandela was like wrongfully imprisoned or something like that. Was like sent to prison in the 80s.
And people thought he was.
Yeah, people thought he was dead, but he wasn't dead. He didn't like die like
Well,
until
apparently, like there's like more glitches in the Matrix. Then I thought I knew about the Bernstein Bears.
No, the Berenstain Bears.
The Bernstein Bears.
No, Berenstain Bears.
Either I've travelled through some sort of parallel universe and I'm stuck here, or something that's complete. I'm losing my mind here. I'm going down this list and everything is not making sense to me. Luke, I am your father. That's how we know it. It's not no, I am your father. This is ridiculous. Oh, and check out this. Look at this. Look at this. What does E.T. say in his classic scene?
E.T. phone home.
Yeah. Look at this.
Everybody knows he says E.T. phone home.
No, no. So, he points.
Home phone.
E.T. home phone. What?
Home phone. T. Home phone.
What?
Are you okay right now?
No, this is ridiculous. I'm freaking out. Like, there's
Is
stuff
this what you were watching this morning, like when our internet went down for over an hour?
Yes! Mirror, mirror on the wall. So what?
Yeah?
No, it's magic mirror on the wall. That's how I remember it. Mirror, mirror on the wall. I'm telling you, something's going on. Like, what sort of time travel bullshit is going on? Like, it's mental. Hey, look.
Your father.
Simpsons know.
You must avenge my death, Kimba. I mean, Simba. Luke, I am your...
Luke, I am your father. That's how it's supposed to sound.
Is CNN.
Right? So, you tell me. Do you agree with me that this effect thing is absolutely insane? There's like so many other things that I haven't even gone into.
Well, the only thing that I can think of is that...
Spelling, sex in the city is now sex and the city. People remember it a certain way. Have I got a brain tumor? Have I had a stroke or something? Is this real life?
Assassination, JFK assassination.
Yeah. There's apparently 6 people in the car. I always knew it as 4. I can't remember that ever. I cannot ever remember Scarecrow having a gun. Can you?
No, well, I can't comment on that.
Oh,
From all the photos that I've seen from Wizard of Oz, I've never seen the Scarecrow man with a gun, but apparently he has a gun.
I never remember him with a gun. Oh, what about this? C-3PO with a silver leg. I thought he was just all gold. But no, apparently he had a silver leg. Like, what is...
So now he has a silver leg and a red arm.
What is real life? Even in this picture, with the original actor. Silver leg there.
Are you okay?
I'm losing my mind. I'm freaking out. I don't like this.
No, it just means that our childhood and our lives
I have
not...
a brain tumor. That's what it means.
Well, I don't want you to have a brain tumor.
Everyone that remembers this shit must have some sort of like brain thing. I don't know. That's so weird. I remember it. Luke, I am your father. So after finding that out today, I knew about the Bernstein Bears being named Bernstein Bears, being spelled that way. I always knew it as a child as the Bernstein Bears. So after finding all this stuff out, that there's more stuff that just doesn't make any sense. I've been researching the whole afternoon, and I've been baffled at what some of the other stuff said. There's just so look it up. I guarantee you will be very fascinated. Does any of this make sense to you? That something has changed, something from our childhoods has like switched off in our brain, or someone's messed with time travel, or we've all had strokes. I don't know. What's happening? Is this real life? I don't know.
Like, these examples are enough to make me go, fuck, it's real. Like, this shit is happening. This is actually happening. This is real life. Oh my god. Parallel universes are a thing. Like, it honestly, like, makes my heart go funky, because I just can't get over it. Like, these things really make my mind think. There are such things as like parallel universes, and we could be in another universe experiencing something, and then in this universe we're experiencing it at the same time, and that's when you feel like, oh my god, I've done this before, I feel like this has happened before. It's because like you're actually doing it in a different universe, and it's like a crossover of like our universes, so it's like, do you know what I mean? Parallel universe thing kind of like interlocks with the Mandela Effect thing, which is completely different to deja vu, but I will explain it to you in a minute, because quite a lot of people don't know it, and if you don't watch YouTube you probably don't know it, because yeah, it's just like all over YouTube and people do Mandela Effect videos all the time, but they honestly like fuck my shit up. Like, I don't even know. People started kind of spotting things which could suggest that we are living in parallel universes, and things are crossing over and changing, and things that we once thought are not anymore. And honestly guys, like, sit the fuck down, otherwise you will fall over. I know I'm not fucking crazy, right? But we all fucking know these lyrics. Like, they're probably one of the most like famous lyrics ever in the history of the world, right? So this is basically about the Queen song We Are the Champions. Like, that lyric like just doesn't exist anymore on the track. Like, I remember listening to that song growing up in the kitchen with my father. Like, I know this song, and it 150,000% used to say of the world. Like, I don't even know. This kind of like reinforced this like idea that I had in my head the other day, because I've been reading up on Mandela effects like for the past 2 years. This next one, I mean, this one gives me shivers as well. I think we all know the quote from that film. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? No, it's never been that. It's never been that. It's magic mirror on the wall. Magic mirror on the wall. Like, what the fuck? These are like just little minor things, but they're things that stick in your head, do you know what I mean? They're like, you know, really historical quotes that everyone knows that are not like how we remember them. I don't know, it just shakes me up really bad. Just type in Mandela effects and there's hundreds of videos about it, but I thought I'd just like touch, you know, I would just want to shed some light on it, because I feel like nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about when I talk about it. People look at me like I'm crazy.
Really want to tell the story right now, because it's just in my mind, and I just think now it's time to tell it, and it's a Mandela Effect story. This is a personal one. This was always in the back of my mind somewhere, like the weirdness of this. Anyway, this was about a boy who was in my year in school, and I'm not talking about secondary school or high school as you guys call it. We were in nursery together, we went to primary school. I don't know what you guys call primary school in America or other places. But essentially, this kid was, you know, just the annoying, like, everybody hated him. You were too young to really know what hate was. He was just unique and weird and annoying, and everybody thought so. And like, looking back, the way he was treated was not very good. By teachers as well. I remember this one time that a teacher was like, oh, whoever's naughty has to go and sit next to... What should I call him? I'll call him JP because that's his initials. I'll say whoever's naughty has to go and sit next to JP. Anyway, the gist of the story is, when we got to high school age, or secondary school age, like, a lot of people went to different high schools, and like, fair enough, that's normal. And I'll just fast forward to the good part, which is weird. Like, this boy was part of a family, like, you know, when like, I've got two brothers, like, one's 2 years older than me, the other one's another 2 years older than him, and you know, you've got families where it's like stacks of people. JP was in my year, and he had a sister in my brother's year, and then a brother in my oldest brother's year, and then cousins. And basically, I always sort of thought about this kid, like, after school, because of the way he was treated. I just thought, I wonder what he's up to, like, if he's alright, like, how he's doing. And I basically looked for him on Facebook, I searched everywhere, and I actually saw the sister that I know. And I was like, oh, so how is JP? And this is what she said to me. She's like, who's JP? I was like, your brother. She's like, what are you talking about? Like, she had no idea what I was talking about. And I was like, I almost said it again. JP, like, huh? Like, what? And what I honestly thought at the time was, I thought maybe he died, and this is some sort of, like, she can't talk about him because it's too difficult or whatever. And I was just very like, what the fuck? Like, JP, you know, JP, who was in the same school. I remember his face. I remember him very clearly. And I didn't actually know anybody from my school in that time to say to him, oh, you know, JP, like, apparently he doesn't exist. And this was about 10 years ago this happened. This is right in the early days of Facebook. I don't have any clue what the Mandela Effect was, or if it was real. I only heard about this recently, and I thought maybe that's like, I've never heard somebody talk about a personal story, like a person just not existing anymore. But the freakiest thing is he's back. This person's back. Like, he exists. I've seen pictures of him growing up. He's on Facebook now, and I actually sent him a message a while ago, but I'm not on Facebook anymore. He never replied to me either, saying like, oh yeah, we went to primary school together, and I remember like, you didn't really get the best treatment and that, and like, I hope you know that I didn't fucking like do anything like that, and I remember teachers being a bit of a dick to you, and that's not right. It's something like that. But now he exists, and I just don't understand. Like, it was his sister and his brother. A couple of different times I asked about him, and they both said to me, oh, he doesn't, like, what? But this might not be a Mandela Effect. It might just be that they fell out, and then that's just their way of handling it, just pretending like he doesn't exist. But it's always sort of freaked me out. But now he does exist. So, okay, that's weird. I had no idea about what the Mandela Effect was. We are the champions of the world. Like, that's freaky. And that one happened a while ago, because if I remember rightly, I sort of remember maybe 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, hearing that and thinking, why doesn't it say of the world? So I feel like that's a pretty old one. But yeah, that's fucked up. Like, has anybody else experienced this? A person disappearing, or just something like that?
We can see the world's kind of imploding at the moment. We can see everything's changing. Obviously lots of people still sleeping, don't want to actually acknowledge that the changes that are going on are going to directly affect us all, are directly affecting us all. Mandela Effect's very real. Our body changes are still happening, and that's something that I've found another thing. Well, it's another thing to me anyway, but something I can show you. So this is the thing. What's happening? What can we do about it? Well, what's happening is everything's changing to such an extent that we have to change with it. The the frequency in which we reside has gone up massively, so we have to attain a greater frequency, hold more light. These things are done by, this is your mental diligence now that's necessary. I see things, if I could give you a kind of like a visual thing, like holding a glass, and in that glass everything and every experience you've ever had has gone into that glass, and the heavy experiences that you didn't want to deal with are at the bottom of the glass, and your lightweight fun experiences are at the top. The ones at the bottom are the ones to be dealing with at the moment, and you'll obviously, with this energy, you should be able to feel the negativity coming up, because how can we raise our frequency if we actually hold heavy thoughts? We have to lighten the load, so to speak. So what we have to do is purge from that glass the negative aspects that we've held for so long, consequently making us feel mentally lighter. Very difficult to do, but very necessary. This is the diligence that you have to have towards your self-awareness, awareness of your thoughts, awareness of when you kind of get dragged into negative situations, when you hold negativity. As I say, just refer to the idea of the glass, and the glass, the heavy stuff at the bottom. We're having to purge and maintain positive and lighter thoughts. So this is it. As the frequency increases, then we have to mentally kind of step into that frequency, and it's all about your own thought process and how you can actually deal with it.
This is my first video I've ever made. I'd heard about the other affected people, the ones close to them changing, and I didn't really think it would happen to me, but it did. So my partner and I introduced her to the Mandela Effect, and we used to always watch MA's videos and all the Mandela Effect videos, and she was interested in it, and she'd even spot them out with me, just like chemtrails and conspiracy theories and government false flags and whatnot. So one day I went down to the shops, which is just 2 minutes from my house, and I saw a plane flying over when I come out, a huge one, like a 747, with like a twin thingy dropping chemtrails, and it was turning on and off, and I saw that it had gone over my house. I just thought, wow, this is crazy. So I was really excited to get back to her and tell her. When I got home, I'm like, I couldn't believe what I saw. Like, I filmed it as well and showed her. She's like, no, it's just condensation, it's just contrails. I was like, what? Yeah, I was just shocked. And then she's like, yeah, you and your conspiracy bullshit and your Mandela Effect bullshit. So that was very hard for me to lose. I mean, she was there, but it wasn't her. So yeah, that was hard. I go to see my grandma pretty often, and I also see a doctor out her way, and I drive the back way there. I always drive the same way there and the same way home. I think it was December or January, it could be even November last year. I drove there, it was fine. But on the way back, I went the normal way, and I ended up on this road. And this road that I drove on is normally a kilometre to the left. I have no idea how that road just popped up out of nowhere. Like, it was a little bit different, but that was just impossible. And then my partner was with me at the time, which was good that she could see that. But yeah, that was insane. And that road is just there now, just popped up out of nowhere. That was just crazy. But yeah, so I know 1,000,000% that this effect is real and that we are changing and switching, shifting into other realities. And also a big thing is the anatomy changes. I get MRIs quite often, so I see the brain changes firsthand. But I was always interested in the human anatomy since I was little. And when I heard about the heart changing and the lungs and the kidneys and almost everything, I was just, wow, it's just crazy. I mean, if you're watching this and you haven't heard of the Mandela Effect, look at the human anatomy changes. In the beginning, I felt like I was crazy, and I always wondered, why are people so different to me? How can they just be so casual about things and go about their lives?